Throughout the years, there have been times where companies that had the license to making Sonic the Hedgehog figures, such as Resaures, Toy Island, Jazwares, and Tomy, new new characters that would be released were shown in promotional pictures, reference pictures, or they were just mentioned, but that specific character was never put into production or was just canceled in the end. The company Resaures made figures based on the 1998 game Sonic Adventure, and were originally going to make figures from Sonic Adventure 2, that being their third wave of Sonic figures. But it didn't go as planned, as Resaures went out of business, but originally for the 10th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog in 2001, there were going to be new releases of Shadow, Rouge, Sonic with Sliders, Golden Sonic, Dr. Eggman, and a Alpha figure. There were prototypes of the two Sonics and Alpha. For Shadow and Rouge, there were only reference pictures from Sonic Adventure 2, which are the ones seen on screen. This is all we had for the Dr. Eggman figure. There was also a 11-inch Knuckles figure planned for the 10th anniversary. All we have of that is a test image. This was also canceled for a third time. Yeah, poor Knuckles could never catch a break. And there's going to be more on that later too. If these figures were never canceled and Resaures was still in business, these figures would have absolutely been Resaures' peak, and I think this would have been the very first proper, purest vision of a Shadow figure. Like, little me at the time would have gone crazy for this Shadow figure. Same could be said for the Rouge and Eggman figure. I can picture in my mind how the final product of these would look in person if they were ever made. Moving on to Jazwares, when it comes to the best Sonic toy line, it's a tiebreaker with Jazwares and Jakks Pacific. Up first are the 3.75-inch figures of Metal Sonic 3.0, a silver repainted Metal Sonic, and Mighty the Armadillo. These were rejected. Many years later, Jakks Pacific gave us Metal Sonic 3.0 and Mighty. My guess to these being rejected by Jazwares is probably because Jazwares found them obscure, didn't add anything, or they wouldn't sell well. There were also going to be 3.75-inch figures of Rouge and Classic Knuckles. Rouge was going to be in a comic book pack with Shadow, and Classic Knuckles was going to be a single release. As of today, there are no prototype pictures of these figures. Well, actually there is, of the Metal Sonic 3.0. The comic book pack of Shadow and Rouge and the single release of Classic Knuckles were not rejected, but were canceled, and the rest of the figures I'll be mentioning from Jazwares were canceled, not rejected. Those being the 5-inch figures of Sonic, Shadow, Silver, and Knuckles. Each one of these had accessories, being a Chaos Emerald, as you could see here on the screen. Sir Gawain and Blacksmith were also going to have 5-inch releases. Sir Gawain was going to have a sword, and Blacksmith wasn't going to have any accessory for some odd reason. And the last on this list is the Mini Morph Classic Knuckles. Yeah, Rouge and Knuckles could never catch a break from getting cancelled. Moving on to Tomy. 2018 was Tomy's last year with having the license to Sonic, and 2018 there was supposed to be way more than what we already had. 3.77-inch figures of Super Sonic, Shadow, and surprisingly, Silver. These were going to be single releases. Only Silver had a physical figure made, but not released to the public. These images of Super Sonic and Shadow are all that exists for the figures. Who knows if these were ever put into production. We were also meant to have 2 packs of classic and modern figures of Amy and Dr. Robotnik. They would have come with a metal-plated card with custom art. 2018 would have been the best year for Tomy since they were finally going to step up their game. Sometime in the future, I would like to do videos where I cover the history of every Sonic toy line. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.